What is up, you guys? This is All Danny One on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you an Omega build for Ghost Rider. So let's go ahead and take a look at his inventory. So I'm using one piece Gamora's garments, and then the rest are Dormammu's embrace, and then I have one piece of Rocket's reinforcements. So if you can, I would definitely replace the Rocket's reinforcements and Gamora's garments with all pieces of Dormammu's embrace. But I mean, you don't necessarily need that fifth piece. It does help though, but you don't necessarily need it. The Rocket's reinforcements works just as well because it summons two turrets when you hit an elite or boss, and it's good for single target as well. The Rocket's reinforcements. And then Gamora's garments are obviously really good for any character because of the fact that you get increase in your non-crit hits. Whenever you do non-crit hits, you get an increase in your crit chance. Dormammu's Embrace though is a really important one. It was either Dormammu's Embrace or the Crimson something of Chaos, but when I looked at the Crimson Chaos even more, it just doesn't compare towards the Dormammu's Embrace at all. So with Dormammu's Embrace, it gives you 20% damage against targets with burning status with fire. So any enemy that's burning, that has the fire status on them, you do 20% more damage to them. And then with the second piece, you get 25% base damage to fire powers. Third piece, when you use a firepower, call upon a living flame or the fall team to attack enemies, dealing 22,795 damage twice per second for 8 seconds. So this is definitely going to help you out a lot. And then the fourth piece, it gives you 25% base damage to fire powers. And then the fifth piece, summon an additional living flame of the fall team when triggered. So you generally do want to get all 5 pieces if you could. Hopefully you can get all really good stats on it with crit hit and brutal strike on it, or at least one or two of them with crit hit and the rest of them with brutal strike, so that way you're able to actually do a lot more damage. Because the legendary item I'm using is Mandalay Gem, and when you use fire powers you get 1500 crit hit. So if you have 1500 base crit hit rating, like my crit hit's only at 342, but it'll be at 1842 with that increase, that Mandalay Gem, which is still pretty low, but I have no way of increasing it with all these random gears. Let's see. I mean, I could use this, but then I would drop that third piece, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, you could do that, and then 1200 damage rating to fire powers. And then I would highly recommend using a Malekith medallion. The reason why is because when you hit with a magic power, gain 150 health, and you get that 150 health. The Ghost Rider is a magic-based character as well with his Hellfire. A lot of his flame abilities give him are magic-based, so that way you'll be getting 150 health. It's not 150 based off the initial hit. It's all based off each little tick, each hit, each tick, or whatever you want to call it. So you're getting a rapid 150 health per second, or per tick, whatever. And then Relic of Xander is what I'm using, and then for my artifacts I'm using Pyro's Flamethrower, Essence of Pestilence, and Cosmically Enhanced Gem of the Curse. So for my skills, I'm using Inferno Wheelie, which is your dash, Hell's on Wheel, and then Hell from Above, Burn the Treads, Damnation, which is going to be very important to use, Inferno Contract, and Penance Stare. So there is another build that I do have in mind, which is going to be built all around Damnation. It's going to be the build that is the channeling set. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's all about channels. It's all about channeling the Damnation. Damnation will pretty much do a lot more damage. For my talents, I have Eternal Damnation, Fires of Vengeance, Hell on Wheels, Infernal Contract, and Vengeance Incarnate. And then for my Infinity points, I went with 3 points into Strength, 6 points into Energy, then the rest into Brutal Damage. And my synergies, I have Ant-Man Blade, Why do I have blade? I need to actually get, I think blades does work. Let me just make sure. I could actually use, I need to use lectures actually instead of blades. So I'm using Ant-Man's, Deadpool, Daredevil's, Doctor Strange, Elektra, Gambit, Ghost Rider, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Squirrel Girl, and War Machine. Now I'm going to show you what each ability does and whatnot, and I'll show you what the Flame Tornado looks like. So when you have 5 pieces, it'll have 2 of them, but with just one, it does enough. It does pretty good damage, and it lasts for a good while. Hits a lot of enemies. If it's just a single target, it'll stay on that one enemy. And then you also have the Rocket's Reinforcements as well. And the Rocket's Reinforcements and that Flame also, they're pretty, they spawn pretty much at the same time, as you can see. And as you see, my health is coming back up. I'm getting 150 health per stack. Just like that. Just because Damnation takes your health away. But with the, if you're fighting a group of enemies, this is going to help you out so much. It's going to pretty much keep you alive. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this build. Hopefully this helped you at all. Go ahead and leave a like and comment and subscribe if it did. If it doesn't, then I mean, I'd still appreciate it if you did. If you do subscribe, go ahead and hit that bell as well so you can keep yourself notified on whenever I'm streaming. If I'm streaming and you have a question, even if I'm not streaming Marvel Heroes, you can still come in and ask, because all of my streams are open discussions. They're about any games you want to talk about, but you know, just keep it game based, I guess, or you know, something not weird, I suppose. Anyways, like I said, if this helps you at all, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment, or you can message me on Twitter at alldayanyday1. I am still working on other characters as well, so go ahead and be patient about that. The ones that I'm going to be trying to get done is Blade and Scarlet Witch, because I know those two are the most popular characters. But right now, Nightcrawler's pretty close to being done, and I think Nightcrawler's almost done. He's like maybe a couple pieces away. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Like I said, if this helped you out, go leave a like, comment, subscribe, and it's all day in the day one on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.